Hello and welcome to another episode of Interstellar Voyage. I don't know if I'm 100% set on the name yet, but honestly, we're on episode 3, so I think it's a little too late to change that. But yeah, here we are building a rocket. It's been a little while since I recorded this, so I'm not 100. I'm pretty sure it's we're building a Minmus lander. I know, how prepared am I? I don't even know what I'm launching. It's like a blind react to my own stuff. But yeah, so I think this was when, there's, Jesus, sorry, my brain's disjointed. It's early for me. It's not that early, but it's early for me to be trying to formulate sentences. Yeah, so here, I think this is our first proper reuse attempt of a core booster. You see with the parachutes down there. Yeah, so let's launch that. Here we go. So yeah, we got Jebediah there. We warped to morning to make it look nice and pretty. There's a launch. Hops off the pad because it's sped up. I'm not gonna let you sit through the whole boring ass launch, especially because I recorded this at 10 frames per second because my computer runs like garbage. So recording at any decent frame rate just wouldn't be worth the space that it would take up, and I'm gonna speed it up anyways. So there you go. Yeah, using that booster. I went basically until I had a certain amount of delta V, then dropped it, and then the plan is to go just switch back to it once I have circularized with the upper stage. But you'll see how well that goes. I don't know why I said something as my target. It just happened. I don't. Oh, I set the booster of my target. I guess that was to see how far away it was, but I don't need to do that. Yeah. So here we are about to circularize, and then here we are about to switch back. Yeah, there we go. And try and do a little bit of a boost back burn. We're a little uncontrolled here, so I dropped the parachutes to try and get it more stable. It's actually looking pretty nice right now. But yeah, we've lost control, so we're just up to the mercies of the universe at this point, and that went by too fast. I don't know if I actually reused or recovered it. I thought I didn't, based on just generally playing this game. It usually takes a few attempts to get like a decent thing going, especially with the low level parts. Yeah, here we are plotting a course to Minmus. This is exciting. This is our first Minmus mission, and it goes pretty well. I won't say anything. I know I'm like not supposed to spoil things because YouTube retention and everything. Man, I just want to make Kerbal videos. I just think it's fun. I'd like subscribers, but it's fun to just make this. It's new, and I mean, it's practice for everything else too, right? Because I'm shit at talking into a microphone. So I just gotta do it, and I gotta get better, and maybe someday I'll make a better Kerbal series, or maybe it'll go on long enough that I just, by the time I'm like getting Interstellar, I actually am better at talking into a microphone. But we'll see. Had a little bit of that bug where it won't show your trajectory until you're actually either completely slowed down or past the intersect point. But here we go. I'm lowering my periapsis over Minmus to try and get a cheaper circularization burn. There we go. Plotting the retrograde burn. Unfortunately, it is on the dark side of Minmus, so it doesn't look very nice. Yeah, I wish it was easier to see it, or I was more, or I guess less forgetful when it came to putting lights on my spacecraft so you could see anything. But I don't actually know if I have lights at this point with the very small portion of the tech tree that I've unlocked, and the tech tree is different from how I'm used to it because I'm using community tech tree, so I don't even know how much it takes to get to the lights. Almost certainly more. Yeah, but I almost skipped over the entire landing. Yeah, here we are coming down. We're coming down in the flats because this is a relatively tall rocket, and I don't want to try and landing on a slope. I'm also just bad at landing. I have so many hours in the game, and I'm so bad in so many areas, which is unfortunate, but I enjoyed the game nonetheless. Yeah, gone completely vertical now at this point, just waiting to do that final those final few puffs to get it all the way down. And you two already started doing that. Yeah, and we're on Minmus now. I think I had like a contract or two for here, but I always forget I'm playing career mode sometimes, because at a certain point it just gets to where I'm not super worried about money, because I know that the science is going to end up getting me more money than launches are. What I do sometimes with money is, again, like I don't super look at the contracts before I launch something, but like while it's en route, especially for interplanetary launches, I'll just occasionally pop back to the Space Center and look through the contracts, just to check if there are any regarding the planet I'm going to, like get science from surface of Ike when I'm already traveling to Ike, and it's it's just free money basically, because it's something I already do. I skipped over that entire thing. I realized I had way more Delta V than I needed for just one landing, so I planted a flag, first of all. I also skipped over that, but so I planted a flag, and then I launched over to this hill over here to try and get some more science, just more bang for your buck. And I realized this was more slopey, so I tried transferring the fuel down to the bottom tank to try and give it more, make it more balanced. I don't know how much that actually affected things, seeing as my SAS is strong enough to pretty much counteract it in the low Minmus gravity. But yeah, here I am grabbing rest of the science. And yeah, I need to get better at editing these videos, because I've cut them together in such a way that I get so little done in one video, and I have to like show everything, and I think I'll probably change it going forward. I'll probably end up editing another one today, so you'll see whenever episode 4 comes out. And yeah. Oh yeah, Kerbal Space Program 2 is coming out. That's like in a couple days. That's exciting. I won't be able to play it because as I said, my computer is a toaster. Literally, it gets so hot. It's basically like a laptop that's 5 years old, and I've somehow managed to get this many mods working is a miracle in and of itself. Even like with recording too. And what was the requirements? Like only 3% of the Steam users even have it, which is kind of ridiculous. Hopefully they'll make them more reasonable, or at least make settings that make them more reasonable in the future. But yeah, until then, and especially since, as it is, KSP2 just doesn't really have anything new other than being really pretty and the VAB being monumentally less painful to use, which is awesome. I'd love my game to be prettier and have less annoying things in the VAB, but it's just not worth the $50 for me at this point and the 2 frames per second that I would get. So yeah, I keep just glossing over things. We got like 600 science from that. So here we are unlocking more technology. Oh, excuse me. So that we can build bigger and better rockets that we will do another episode, because the rest of the next half of this entire video is just a rescue mission, or a couple of rescue missions. I don't know. Again, it was a while since I recorded this. This was recorded like a month ago or something. Like, I'm trying to get back into it because it's midwinter break and I have free time, and I just want to make stuff. Since I've been pretty hampered with schoolwork, I just want to like relax and like, hang out and make Kerbal videos, because basically my oh, that's weird looking. Basically my contract with myself is that I have to make videos if I want to play more of the game, because this is like the only save I'm really playing at right now. I don't really do multiple at once. I get lost too easily and forget, and it's just a pain, really. So we've got a significantly larger rocket this time. We're, I think, at least heading to the Mun. I think there were a couple of people. Yeah, you can see up in the top right how all the people we gotta save, and we're trying to recover this one to. I'm not sure how well maybe this is the one that blows up. I don't know. You'll have to wait to see. Not that much time though, like a minute or something. But yeah, so this is fairly tedious. I mean, it was fun. It was good rendezvous practice. I haven't done a ton of it recently, but well, that's not even remotely true. But in this save, I haven't done a ton of it. I think this was other than the rescue I had to do last episode, which was just a bizarre way of saving those people. I haven't done a ton of it. So, man, it is a struggle to come up with things to talk to, because like I can't stop talking, or else you're just silently looking at this, and I don't want that. I don't want it to be completely silent. I'm so bad at this. Man, I'm so bad at this. So here we are trying to recover the booster. I was futzing with the warp a little bit. I wasn't sure how the mod worked. I guess I'll figure out later when I have to actually do the like huge burns with the like fusion engines that have a thrust to weight ratio of like 0.001 or something insane like that, like hour-long burns. That'll be fun. That'll be a nice time to just set my computer running and walk away. But again, that went by too fast. The preview in DaVinci is very small and very stuttery. I'm basically just praying that when I export it doesn't look this bad, and you can watch it normally on YouTube with a normal like 24 FPS or something. I haven't actually gone back and watched all the rest on YouTube. I've done that with some of my other videos just to make sure, because I've had like weird errors or weird export stuff where it's like way lower quality and I had to fix everything. But I haven't watched these ones back just because I hate listening to my own voice. It's a huge pain. Here we go. We're off to the Mun, going to rescue like the 3 or 4 people that are stranded in the exact same orbit. I wanted to try and kill 2 birds with one stone with this, and basically just get an encounter and circularize or insert into orbit at the same time. Not sure how well that worked. it's a little bit funky when I try to do that. But yeah, I just settled for a normal elliptical orbit. That's the word, where the plane change would be relatively close to the apoapsis, because with, as you know, with the no, I don't, man. Hopefully I get better as this happens, because if I stay this bad at doing these videos, it's gonna be a nightmare. But yeah, the Oberth effect, if you don't know, the closer you are to your apoapsis, or not that, well, that's not, the higher up above a celestial body, the cheaper your Christ, Sasha, learn how to talk English. The higher up above a celestial body you are, the cheaper that plane change maneuvers are in terms of delta V. There we go. Finally. And the reverse is true with prograde and retrograde burns. So if you're changing your apoapsis height, or you're just trying to change your orbit height at all, it's better to do it at your periapsis. And if you're doing an inclination change where you want your orbital plane to be, well, changed, then you do it at your apoapsis. Unless you're trying to rendezvous something, which you usually are, in which case you just want to get it close. Yeah, here our first Kerbal is flying out to meet the rendezvous craft, or the rescue craft. Finally. It's been like 5 minutes of just orbits. I just edit them better. Me edit them better. No one else is listening to this. You don't need to worry about anything. No one cares. Yeah, so we just jetpacked over to the ship because I was too lazy to get a closer encounter, and it would have just been a waste of fuel anyways. And then yeah, I'm just setting up more encounters and more stuff. I don't know, man. We were pretty lucky with this one, actually. I got a really encounter with a very small change needed. Oh yeah, I haven't thought about this much, but it has been really bugging me. Well, I haven't thought about it because I've just gotten used to it at this point. But the little like reticle thing that indicates nearby vessels is like bugged out on my version and won't reappear. So I just have to eyeball close ships, which kind of sucks. If anyone's watching this, for one, thank you, Jesus Christ. You've sat through so much garbage, and B, if you know how to fix that, that'd be wonderful. I tried like revalidating all the files in Steam, and like I think even reinstalling it, and it still didn't work. So if you know how to fix that, please tell me in the comments, because I don't. I tried. It's really annoying. I'd love to have it back. Yeah, here we are going back to Kerbin. I think we got all three of the folks are on the Mun, and I think I just barely end up getting the last person that's stranded around Kerbin. I didn't actually expect to get them with this ship, but it was just luck of the draw that I had enough Delta V to actually get there. Like, just barely. I never really do close call missions. Like, I don't calculate everything out and everything. Like, I'm not one of those people. I just kind of play it by ear and eyeball most stuff and be like, it looks like enough Delta V. That's probably fine. And then I end up, getting stranded around Jewel for like 10 years. So, yeah, this one I had to reload this a lot because I kept I think I had a couple of times where my periapsis was below the atmosphere when I was, there you see me making the save. I had to like redo it a couple times, which just cost more delta V that I didn't really have to waste. But we got there in the end. Yeah. So that happened. I kept pushing it back until it was behind the planet, which sucked. Or is it? No, it's not behind the planet. Yeah, there's me flying the Kerbal over again. I had to time warp because I was so far, but there we go, just in view. Climb on, and we can finally return home. So I don't know why I didn't detach the upper stage. I guess I wanted to see if I could try and land it. I don't think I did, because that's insane. No, you can't land with a poodle. That's not gonna work. It's got it's a very nice, very efficient engine in space, but it's very, very bad not in space. Yeah, I had to reload there. Yeah, landing the second, or landing attempt the second. Yeah, it's completely frozen for me. I'm hoping there's landing happening. It's Da Vinci's doing something. Oh, did I not? Oh, that must be it. I didn't put a decoupler on there, so it was just they're stuck together. But it worked out in the end. That's the parachute's deployed. We landed, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.